Y'all, what's up and welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Mel and I'm so glad you're joining me today. So today's video is going to be on brands that I don't want to try in 2018. It seems like at the start of the year, a lot of people do sort of a roundup of brands that they want to try in the year. And I was kind of thinking about doing that, and I sat down and started, sort of making a list of brands that I do want to try. But there's actually not a whole lot of them. Mostly because I'm not looking to bring a whole bunch of new makeup into my collection this year. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna buy new makeup this year. But I am really focused more on trying to use up a lot of what I have this year versus bring a whole lot of new things in. So there really just weren't a whole lot of new brands that I wanted to try. And I also sort of started thinking, as I'm thinking of brands that I want to try, of brands that I really just have no interest in trying this year for one reason or another. So I decided to make that video instead. I mean, if you're curious about the brands that I do want to try, definitely let me know in the comments down below, and I may still make that video. But yeah, so I thought we'd talk about brands that I have no interest in trying. And there's also one brand that I'm sort of on the fence about, and I'm gonna need your help with that. So we're gonna save that for the end though. So yeah, just feel like I need to put a disclaimer on this one. The brands that I'm mentioning are not, it's not necessarily because they're bad brands. In fact, most of them aren't at all. It's just that for one reason or another for this year, I'm not going to try them. Maybe I will try them in future years, but this year they're just kind of not on my radar. So again, I'm not saying that they're bad brands. I'm not saying that you shouldn't try them, or that if you've already tried them and you like them, that there's something wrong with you. Yeah, it's just, for one reason or another, I'm not interested in trying them. Makeup is so personal, and we all have different preferences, different likes and dislikes. I mean, I think if you watch YouTube, it's pretty obvious that not everybody likes the same things, and that's cool. So yeah, disclaimer out of the way. So the first brand that I don't want to try is Kylie Cosmetics. And there's a couple of reasons here. One, I'm just not the target audience for this brand. I think this brand is targeted towards a much younger demographic than what I fall into, just with the packaging and the products that they're coming out with. Just, the products are not meant for me, and that's fine. I also feel like you hear some kind of inconsistent things about the quality of this brand. Some people, again, seem to love it. There's also a lot of products that are released by this brand that nobody seems to like. So yeah. I also feel like this brand is probably overpriced for the quality of what it is. I think you're paying for that Kylie Jenner name. And so, you're probably paying more than the product is actually worth. And along those same lines, and I'm sorry, I'm probably going to get some hate for this, but I don't really understand the obsession with the Kardashian-Jenner clan, like, as a whole, like, not just as it relates to makeup, just, in general. So I don't really want to use my money to support Kylie Jenner, or Kim Kardashian West, actually. Her brand is also one that I'm not interested in trying in 2018 for a lot of the same reasons. So yeah, I don't want to put my financial support behind the Kardashian and Jenners. I'm sorry, but I don't. So yeah, that is why Kylie Cosmetics and the KKW brand are not on my radar for 2018. Along the same lines is sort of this next grouping of brands, and this is brands that are owned by beauty gurus. So Jeffree Star, Manny MUA, Laura Lee are the three that come to mind in particular with this category. I have no interest in trying these brands. Again, quite frankly, I'm sure I'll get some hate on this, but quite frankly, these are not people that I am particularly interested in financially supporting. I don't know any of them, obviously, so I'm not trying to like create drama or spill tea or whatever the vernacular is on that, but I just, from my impressions of the way that they conduct themselves and behave, they're not people that I particularly want to financially support. I also, again, think that their cosmetics are probably overpriced for the quality of what you're getting. and you're paying for, you know, their YouTube famous name. And so yeah, I have no interest in trying anything from those brands this year. So the next brand that is on my list is actually ColourPop, which again, I'm not trying to say that this is a bad brand. I know there's a lot of people that really like ColourPop, and that's great. They seem to be a decent brand. I am really not interested in trying anything from them for two reasons. One, even though they are a more affordable brand, I've watched a lot of videos on YouTube where they talk about their products drying up pretty quickly. So even if you're not paying a whole lot for the brand, it's like you know, whatever, it's fine. But like, no, like I don't want something that is gonna dry up on me or get like crumbly or whatever after not that long of a use. If I'm going to invest money in something, even if it is, you know, less money, I want to be able to get a decent amount of use out of it. And so that is one reason why ColourPop is not really interesting to me. The other is that their sort of cult classic products are their single eyeshadows. And I know they're doing a lot of palettes right now. But, you know, sort of the products that they became very well known for were their single eyeshadows. And I just don't wear single eyeshadows very often. So, you know, if I'm not even going to, you know, get use or have interest in sort of like their cult product, like I'm just not all that interested in trying out the brand. That's my logic. Again, it's not because they're a bad brand. It's just because they're not necessarily appealing to me. This next brand, again, how many times can I say this in this video? It's not because it's a bad brand. It's just because it's not on my radar for 2018. And I may actually try this one in the future, but it probably is not going to be this year. And that is Juvia's Place. Juvia's Place is a brand that you hear a lot about here on YouTube. And for the most part, they get very, very positive reviews from people. The reason I am not interested in trying them this year is because, again, what they're known for are their bright, intense colors. And again, like, don't get me wrong, like their palettes look really, really interesting. And there's a part of me that does really want to try them, but I don't wear like bright, intense colored shadows really ever. I do like incorporating color into my looks, but it is not like the insane kind of colors that are going on in the Juvia's Place palettes. And so like, I feel like if I were to buy one of their palettes, like I probably wouldn't use it a whole lot. And I know that they do have the more neutral nude shades in the palettes as well, but that's not what they're known for. They're known for the bright, intense colors. And you know, again, it's a financial investment of something that I'm not going to get a whole lot of use out of. So yeah, that's why I don't think in 2018 I will try them. Now, I may, like I said, try them at a future date because I am interested in the brand, but it's just probably not going to be this year. Next up is the Natasha Denona brand. This is one that I have absolutely no interest in trying, and it's really because of the price point. $128 for a single eyeshadow palette to me is absolutely insane. And I've seen people sort of break it down to price per gram, and you're actually not, you're actually getting a pretty decent deal on the price per gram. It's just that, there's a lot of shadow in the pans, and that's why it comes out to being so expensive. But I mean, I'm not a professional makeup artist, and I just can't justify paying that much for a single eyeshadow palette when there are so many palettes out there, even high-end palettes that are so much less expensive than this. And then, too, with Natasha Denona, like if I was gonna pay $128 for an eyeshadow palette, I would expect like every single shadow in that palette to be absolutely amazing. And that just doesn't seem to be the case when it comes to her palettes. Like I've seen so many reviews and not just on YouTube, but just talking to people in real life that are really kind of upset when they buy her palettes because, about a third of the shades just don't perform very well. It's very hit or miss when it comes to the quality of the individual shadows in these palettes. So, I mean, for $128, like everything should be amazing, and it isn't. So yeah, that's why I have no interest in trying Natasha Denona, not just in 2018, but probably ever. Next up, so this is the last of the ones that I don't want to try in 2018, and this is actually MAC. it's kind of funny that I started wearing makeup in the 90s and I have never tried anything by MAC. I will definitely say it had to do a lot with the intimidation factor of the MAC counter when I was first starting to wear makeup. I just didn't feel cool enough to wear MAC, and so, you know, never did, and just never have tried anything from the brand. And again, it's not that they're a bad brand. I mean, there are people that love MAC and have loved them for years, if not decades, and continue to buy, you know, just about everything they put out, and that's great. But you also have heard a lot in the last few years about that their quality has gone downhill and they're not as good as they used to be back in the day. So even though they're more accessible now, in that they're in Sephora now, and I think they're in Ulta too. And you know, I'm seeing them at Nordstrom Rack and TJ Maxx and places like that. So you can definitely pick them up a lot easier than you used to be able to, but it seems like the quality isn't there. And I don't know if that is because they are more mass produced now, and are trying to get like the cost of their products down or what, but yeah, it just seems like the quality isn't as good as it used to be. So if I didn't try them back when they were like really, really good, I don't know that I'm interested in trying them now when the quality seems to be more questionable, if that makes sense. So that's it. Those are the brands that I do not want to try in 2018. Now for the brand that I'm sort of on the fence about, and that is Morphe. Never tried anything by Morphe. And a lot of that had to do with the whole affiliate marketing here on YouTube. I mean, you would get all of these YouTubers that are just raving nonstop about how wonderful everything that Morphe comes out with. But that seems like very disingenuous to me when these same people are also making money off of selling Morphe products. This really made me question whether or not the quality was there, or are they raving about these products because they are earning a commission off of selling them to the masses. And so that was why I was really never been interested in trying the brand. Now that they are at Ulta, and so you kind of get away from that salesmanship aspect of it, I am a little interested. But there's part of me that still thinks like the quality cannot be nearly as good as the hype made it out to be. And so that is why I need your help. I'd really like to know what your experiences with the brand have been. Do you like the products? Do you not like the products? Have you liked some of the things you've tried? You know, like kind of what are your feelings, if you have any, about Morphe. I have to say I'm probably a little more interested in trying their brushes than I am in the eyeshadow palettes, just because again, I don't know why, but I feel like the quality isn't there, but I've never tried them, so you know, I don't really know. And so many people rave about like the 35O and the Jaclyn Hill and you know, all these other Morphe palettes, so you know, maybe the quality is there, and I should have jumped on the bandwagon earlier. But yeah, so I'm really interested in hearing, you know, kind of real people's thoughts about the product, not people that have sort of, you know, a horse in the game, if that makes any sense. So definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I may add them onto my list of brands to try in 2018, or maybe they will stay on the list of brands to not try in 2018. So yeah, that was it. I hope you liked this video. I hope I wasn't too negative for some of y'all. Really wasn't trying to be. It's just, you know, there's a lot of makeup brands out there, and I mean, there's just no way to try them all. And so these were just some of the ones that were on my list to not try in 2018. So if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up so I know you guys like this kind of content. If you haven't done so already, I hope you will hit that subscribe button down below. Come back and hang out with me some more. And yeah, until next time, I hope y'all have a great rest of your day, and I will talk with y'all later. Bye.